Hello and welcome to the AFL Auto Blends 3D car creation channel. This is the Mercedes G Wagon. I started following the Natural Art Freak, and my previous videos was on this particular vehicle was me following along and just posting up sort of screenshots of each stage of each part. I left it a while and then I got back into it about a month ago. I stopped doing videos on the cars that I was doing and just concentrate on this basically. When I started modelling it again a month ago, I decided to go my own way and not follow the video. So this video will capture what I've done and where I'm going with it, and we'll see the next stage of what I do until we finish the car basically and texture it, render it. Gonna have a go at rigging it and putting it in an animation, so let's see how that goes. But first, what I mean, if you want to do this particular model prior to this moment here, I would definitely look at the Natural Art Freak's extensive, I think he's got 98, 99 videos getting the model to this stage. So please go along to his channel and follow along to do the parts previous to this, and we'll go through this. Now the first thing I want to point out is how I deal with the scene collection on the outliner here. So basically I've got the blueprints, I've got guide meshes and whatever, all the way down. I've environment where there's only a camera in there, but the rest of it is the body, the chassis, any spare components I've got which I might need in the future, and lattices for controlling the shape of the bumper, etc. These, if you haven't got these enabled, go up to here and click these bits, but these are the ones that I use, and essentially that is clicking them on and off. This one here, so say I went into this one, say I'd finished with it, I didn't want it to move, then I'll just click into this icon here. Okay, so now when I click it, I can't click onto that fender. Okay, so let's switch it back on, and then this is to hide the view. Okay, so that's to hide the view. So they're the three ones I use mainly, or you can use that one as well, which hides it in a different view. Okay, so that's where I am with that. I'm highlighted all these parts that I've finished, and what I've been doing essentially, if we break these down, what I've added is, so let's choose all these. Let's choose this one. So what go to local view. So what I've done here is I've added a firewall, I've added a base, a floor. I'm not doing the interior, I'll probably do that at another stage, and I've added some thickness inside. I try not to use solidify modifiers because they pose all sorts of tricks, but what I do is I go in afterwards and I put some thickness in, such as here, such as where I need it. So inside the doors, I haven't put any there, didn't feel the need to. I've put some on the internal part of the, well, I thought I had. Yes, I put some on the windshield base there. So in the doors, etc. So if I tab out of that, go into here, and then I use, you see a colour here, that is not the actual colour that I'm going to choose, this is the colour I'm going to choose. It just picks it up in that shaded view, so that's the colour I'm choosing. But to get to the materials that I'm going to use on this vehicle are from Blender kit, which you can get by going into preferences here and type in Blender kit, and then just tick the little box there, and the Blender kit online asset library will pop up. You've got all sorts of models on there, materials is what we're using, there's scenes in there, some HDRs, brushes, etc. So all you do is, so you've not got it active in your window, is you just click the little eye here, so the eye comes up, and then you just type in whatever you want. So in this instance, paint, because that's the texture I used. I mean, in subsequent videos on this, I will use different materials and show you how to do that. But there's all the paints, and that's the one I've chosen. So there's also massive range of paint. There's all sorts, not just for cars. So that's where I've chosen it from. So all you do then is highlight that, go down to, so let's move this up a bit. Let's do it a bit more. So bring it up a bit more. So you click on this one here, and you click into here, and that's the only texture I've got, and then you just click on that and it applies it to the panel. Okay, so let's shut this down for now. Let's go back into that view, which oddly gives you a red colour, which isn't too bad. And I'll just do one at the moment. We'll go into Fenders. Now what happened with the frame, I called it the fixed frame on here, is that I'd aligned up all the objects to the version I had before, which was slightly wider, so therefore all these didn't stick onto the sides properly. We'll see that when we do this. So I think we'll get into that now. So the first one I'm going to do is this Fender Trim. So pick that one up, which is, let's double click it to see where it is. There it is. So let's zoom into this, and you'll probably see there's a gap there. So what I'll do is go into edit mode. This is how I do it anyway. Press A to select everything, and I'm gonna switch off the paint on this one. I'm gonna get rid of the paint, I think. There's no paint, I'm gonna get rid of the paint on the fender. So I'm gonna tab out of this for a minute, go into the fender, I'm gonna take the paint away, gonna go back into here, right. So you can see it better, basically. Actually, it's the frame, not the fender. So I want to do both, actually, the frame and the fender. So tab back into that, click onto that, and take away the paint. Wrong one. The beauty of this, you can just put them on again as of when you need them. So tab into edit mode, press A to select everything. Now zoom in, rotate around. I'm just going to simply move it back on the x-axis until it starts to intersect, which is about there. So that looks fine, can't see any gaps under there. So tab back into object mode. Then I'm going to make sure that the I've got the cursor at the world origin here, and I can see that the the origin is set to there. But to make sure it is, you just go into here, set origin, and say origin to 3D cursor. Okay, once you've done that, to make sure that it's mirrored on the other side and everything else, you go Control and A and apply rotation and scale, apply that, and then go into it again and press location. You could do all transforms. Okay, so that's that one done. We'll move down to this one now, which is the Infield Trim. Once again, this has got to go in. I perhaps should have selected them all at once, but never mind. So select that, and this time that it needs to sit flush. So it needs to sit flush on the end there, no lips. So how does that look? That looks about right. So once again, make sure that the origin's there. It is there, so I'm not going to mess about with that. Press Control A and all transforms. Okay. So that's that. Now the front fender flare. That is also not sticking on by the looks of it. So let's tab into this, into edit mode, press A to select everything, and let's bring this back as well. And press shift. Press the shift to minimize the movement. So if you went like that, you'd do that very quickly without the shift press, but if you press the shift, it slows everything down. So it's a good tool for minute movements. I'm just looking at the bottom one to see it intersect, so just bringing it out there. So tab into it, and that's your gap gone. So that looks fine. We will be putting textures on these, but I'm going to do that at a later date. Okay, so right. So let's make sure that the origin is there, which it is. So let's click onto it again, make sure, yeah, the origin is there. So just press Control and A and apply all transforms. So that's that. Then we'll go to the next one, which is the trims for these. So what I'm going to do is pick up the trims. So that's that. Let's have a look what this one is. That's that. And this is, I think that's probably for the, yeah, that's for that. So let's choose all of these three then. So there's this one, so I'm going to press shift and select it on there, or no, let's press Control, so it just selects second one. We don't want the fenders in there. And the other one, which is this trim here. Okay, so we've got them. So press tab to go into edit mode, A to select everything, and let's get round to a good view. Let's take this back on the x-axis and watch for that. Watch the intersecting there. Let's have a look. Let's go up a bit. So it just intersects. There you go, there, about there, there. Okay, so that's that. So tab out there. Now we're going to have to do these individually and just look to make sure, yeah, that's fine. So we're going to press Control and A and apply all transforms. Go to the next one, which is that. Control and A, all transforms, and finally this piece. Control and A, all transforms. Okay, so that's that done. That's all looking good. And then the last one is the rear fender flare, which is this one. So again, highlight it, spin the model around, see if there's a gap, which I know there is. Tab into edit mode, press A, and then let's zoom in a little bit, and then just intersect it slightly, and there you go. So tab into that, press, yeah, that's fine, but if it wasn't, just go object set origin to 3D cursor, and then press Control and A and apply all transforms. And as you can see, what we've just done is completely okay on the other side as well. Always check that everything's right, and then this isn't right for a start. It's V8. So some of my logos, I'm going to change this while I'm here. So check with that. Now on this side, and what I've done, right, let's have a look. What I've done is this side, the V8 is this way. I had to flip it on the other side. So although it's still the same object, what I haven't done is reposition it on this side. So what I'll do now is, you could separate it. But I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is tab into edit mode, and I'm going to hover over this and press the L key, and hover over that and press the L key. And now I'm just going to move it out until it's visible. A bit more. Now that is not, as you can see, it's not flat on the surface there. Is this one. That seems okay, the 8's fine. Let's have a look. Oh, where have I gone? Oh, I've lost it. So just scroll out and see where we are with it. Where's it gone? Right. There you go. Right. I've got right into there by the looks of it. So that seems to be flat on the surface, but this one I don't think is. No, it's miles off. Right, so I need to rotate this one. So press L to highlight it. Oops, the wrong one. So press L over here to highlight it. I'll need to rotate it, I think, on the Z axis. On the Z axis, let's have a look. I'm having trouble manipulating this at the moment, right? But I need it to get to a point where I can see it. Well, that's actually sticking through, so there's no gap there. I don't understand that. Right, let's get here. But I can see, right, so let's do it from the back. So rotate on the Z, Z, hold the shift and bring it in like that. Right, now let's move it out. So it's just intersecting, so that needs to rotate on the Y a little bit. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Might just leave it like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So tab into that. So we've got a V8 on the side. Oh, these haven't, for some reason, these haven't. So rotation, scale, location. So why is that one okay and that one not? Strange. So that's fine there, but it hasn't mirrored over properly. So let's have a look. I don't understand that. So let's do this individually. So let's press Control and let's make sure that the object is, the origin is in the correct place. So to 3D cursor. Let's press Control and A on here. Do rotation, scale and location. Then do that one. Let's have a look, see if that's, before I waste any more time. Let's go over here and just have a look, see if that's put it in the right place or not. No, it's still out. Right. I don't understand what that's done. So I'm just going to click on that, press tab, press A. Ah, right, okay, I can't do that, can I? I don't understand why that's done that. That should have gone perfectly over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the mirror modifier on both of them. So choose that one and apply, go to mirror modifier and apply it. And then I'm going to do this one. I'm going to apply the mirror modifier on that. So what I've done now is created a completely different objects on the other side. So I'm now going to go to the other side. There's always ways of getting around if you get stuck. So where are we with this? So I'll select both of these. I'm going to tab into edit mode and I'm going to bring them out on the x-axis. So I'm going to zoom into that. Let's do boundary box. I don't know why. So let's do, so it's easier, we're going to press Shift and S, cursor to selected. For some reason it's not doing that, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. So let's make sure nothing else is selected. Yeah, it is. Right, tab, So I've applied it, but it's still the same object, so got you. So tab into edit mode, click out, so tab into, tab into both, so tab, right, so let's choose, where are they, let's choose both of these again, and tab into edit mode. Okay, so I'm going to just press the L key on that there to highlight that. I'm going to hover over the centre of this, over one of the vertices, and press L. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do is bring this out. That looks okay. Take it in a little bit more. Hold the shift key and just bring it out so it's just intersecting. Press tab, and there we are with that. The others are okay by the looks of it. That's why it's worth going around the other side just to check that everything's in the right place. So let's check this flare. See, this is wrong as well. Okay. I think this is probably why. Yeah. Okay, got some sorting out to do there. Anyway, I'll do that and get back to you in the next next episode and continue the process of applying thickness to things and see what the fender flare. I put thickness there. The way I did it was to select that whole edge loop around there, and I pressed F to fill it. F to fill it, and then I filled all that, and then I pressed I to indent it. Then I deleted the face, and it left me with a nice thickness around the front there. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.